Hi guys, it's Ben Heath, and in this video I want to talk to you about the 5 different Google Ads keyword types. There are 5 different types when it comes to search intent, and I see a lot of Google advertisers using the wrong tactic for the wrong type of keyword search intent. So it's really important that we go through these, you understand what each one is, and then you match up your strategy, the language in your ads with the search intent that your prospects have. So when you think about the different Google Ads keyword types and the search intent around them, you have to think about what your prospect is looking for, because you want to give them what they are looking for when they're looking for that particular thing. For example, if someone's just searching for very top of funnel type search terms, they're just looking for more information at this point. If you're going in with an ad that's very much trying to get someone to purchase or become a lead right there and then, they're just not ready yet. You need to match those things up. So keep that in mind as we go through these 5 types, and I'll talk about what type of ad and what type of angle you want to use for each one of these 5 categories of search intent keywords. The first keyword from a search intent standpoint is informational keywords. For example, how to roast a chicken is a perfect example of someone who's just looking for more information. They're looking for a blog post or a video on how to do something. They're not necessarily looking to buy anything right now. They just want that information. Now, someone searching for that type of keyword is not necessarily as valuable to your business. You don't want to be bidding as highly for those sorts of search terms as other ones that are lower down the funnel, but it is a decent top of funnel option. You can send someone through to a blog post, an article, a how-to demonstration, maybe a video, and that top of funnel action, you can provide value, you can start to develop the relationship, you can then remarket to them to convince them to convert later on. Perhaps once they've gone through your video, your article, or whatever, there's a call to action at the bottom and they're much more likely to convert then. Now, you'd obviously have to make sure that you had offers that were relevant to this. So in this example, it might be cooking classes or a cookbook or an online program or something along those lines. Otherwise, you'd never want to be bidding on that sort of keyword to begin with. But you don't have to ignore keywords like that, where they're informational search intent keywords. You can get them at the top of funnel, provide value, and look to progress them through your sales funnel. But it is very important that you don't go in for the sale. If someone's searching for something like that, how to roast a chicken, are they going to go ahead and purchase something from you, purchase a tutorial on how to do it? It's really unlikely. You need to deliver that value first. There are other types of keywords where you can absolutely go in for the sale, but these informational keywords are just not well suited to that. The second category of keyword type from a search intent standpoint is navigational keywords. These are pretty straightforward. They are what they sound like. An example would be Google Analytics login. It's where someone wants to get to a specific destination, a location. They know where they're going and they've just searched for that because they want to get there. Now, for the most part, these are keywords that Google advertisers want to avoid. There's not much value for you as an advertiser in putting your ads in front of these people because they already know where they're going. If you do advertise on these keywords, you're likely to see an incredibly low click-through rate. You're probably going to waste a bit of money if people click on it accidentally, for example. So you just really want to avoid them. Now, the best way to do that is to make sure you have a well built out negative keyword list. So you might consider adding in, for example, the word login into your negative keyword list because you don't want your ads to be popping up when someone is searching for, say, the name of one of your competitors and login. Unless you're using a particular strategy where you're really trying to divert them to your product or service instead. Some businesses do that, but for the most part, that's a tricky technique to get right and something you want to avoid. And remember that if someone's looking to log into your website or they're trying to find the contact page of your website, they're using your particular brand name, they're probably going to get there through the organic search results anyway. So is that the best use of budget? Probably not. Navigational keywords actually represent quite a lot of the keywords people search into Google, but I think most advertisers want to avoid it. Maybe something you could experiment with at the fringes with advanced techniques like trying to poach customers from your competitor, but for the most part, steer clear. The third category of search intent keywords is transactional. An example would be hire window cleaner as a search term. Someone who is typing in hire window cleaner is very much looking to hire a window cleaner. They're in a transacting sort of mood. They want to get this done. They've already made a decision. They're going to convert with someone. They're going to find a window cleaner. They're going to contact them and they're going to work with them most likely. These are very, very valuable search terms. You absolutely want to make sure your ads are in front of these people. Obviously, it has to be relevant to your particular industry, your location, all that sort of stuff. And you're likely to pay quite a bit to put your ads in front of these people because other marketers are aware of this and they bid up the cost of being able to put your ads in front of these transactional searches. Now, because these people are very much ready to buy, it makes sense to be quite aggressive in your ad. So here's where you want to use special offers and discounts, scarcity and urgency tactics, whatever you can do to get that person to click and come through to your website as opposed to one of your competitors, because that type of person, someone who's searching for hire window cleaner, is very likely to hire one in the near future. The big question is going to be, do they work with your business or do they work with another business? And the more you can put into the ad, the more reasons for them to come over. Limited time special offer. We've only got room for one more client at our legacy pricing, etc., all that sort of stuff can really help them come to you as opposed to someone else. Okay, so I've got 2 more search intent categories to discuss. Before we do that, I just want to quickly let you know about our done-for-you Google Ad services. My company can create, manage, and optimize Google Ad campaigns. We can take that workload off your hand and almost certainly get you better results. If you're interested in finding out more, you can click on the link in the video description below. That'll take you to a page on a website where you can book in a call with one of my team members. We do have a $3K per month minimum budget requirement. Please only book a call if you meet that. But if you do, go ahead and book a call, find out more information, no obligation of course, and hopefully we get a chance to work together. The 4th type of search intent keywords is comparison keywords. An example of this would be Facebook ads versus Google ads. It's where someone's trying to decide between a couple or maybe more options. They know they need a solution, they know they need to take action, but they're not sure which one to go with. Now this often applies to big brands, like the example I've given, where people will weigh up a certain company's products or services versus another one, but it can also apply to different options. Let's say, for example, someone is searching for Greece versus Turkey for summer holiday. And perhaps your business or your client's business is to rent villas in Turkey. Well, you could target that type of keyword, that type of search where someone's looking for a comparison, they're trying to work out which option to go, but you need to do so in a way that really sells your option. So in that ad copy for that particular search, you would want to make sure that you're not only demonstrating the offer, what you have to provide, but also explaining why Turkey might be a great option. Perhaps it's cheaper, perhaps all sorts of benefits you could possibly associate with your option also needs to be included in an ad where someone is making a comparison and trying to decide between 2 or more than 2 options. These are often good keywords to target, not quite as good as the transactional keywords, but they definitely have their place. You just want to make sure, as I've already mentioned, that your ad copy is very benefit rich and wherever you're sending them backs up the claims that you're making in your ad about your option, your brand, being the better option. And the 5th search intent keyword type is local. And these keywords are pretty obvious. It could be something like Chinese restaurant near me. Now, if someone's searching for that, it's pretty obvious what they're looking for. They're looking for a Chinese restaurant. They want it close to them because they want to go to the restaurant, buy their food, whatever it is. And if you are a Chinese restaurant, or you are advertising for a Chinese restaurant, they're a client of yours, you absolutely want to be targeting these keywords and you really want to be maxing out the opportunities that these keywords provide before moving on to sort of the other categories, because these are going to be your best performers if you are a local business. Now, for local businesses like this, there may or may not be a significant amount of competition. If there is, you absolutely want to make sure you are aware what the competition is doing. What are they offering in their ads? What do they look like? What are the benefits that they're using in their ad copy to try and get those clicks? And by taking a bit of time and studying and seeing what they're doing, you can come up with options where you think, this is a better option than what they're providing. We can go ahead and beat this. And if you do, which is relatively easy to do in smaller local markets where there isn't a massive amount of competition, you can get fantastic results with these local keywords. Okay, so before you go, I'd strongly encourage you to check out this video where I show you an easy trick on how you can double or more your click-through rate. Click-through rate is a really important metric when it comes to getting fantastic Google ad results. Go ahead and check it out.